There's some serious tension between Selena Gomez and a few big-name celebs, and it's hard to ignore. Whether it's jealousy or just bad blood, these stars really don't seem to vibe with her. So what's going on behind the scenes? Let's take a look at why Selena's got some celebrity enemies. Hailey Bieber's infamous feud with Selena Gomez Hailey Bieber has never really been able to escape the shadow of Selena Gomez. You know, the ex-girlfriend of Hailey's husband, Justin Bieber, and the girl who Hailey probably thinks just won't go away. The drama started years ago, but it escalated when fans started pitting Hailey and Selena against each other, often accusing Hailey of stealing Justin from Selena. What made it worse? Hailey and Selena have thrown subtle shade at each other online. From Hailey's infamous Instagram post during Selena's kidney transplant to unfollowing Selena on social media, their relationship seems anything but friendly. Hailey's made it clear that she's not the biggest fan, even when they both try to maintain a public image of civility. Selena's done nothing but smile and take the high road, but Hailey, not so much. Could there still be unresolved jealousy? It's hard to say, but one thing's for sure: the tension is real. 2. Taylor Swift's frustration with Selena's attention-stealing behavior. Let's just say if there were ever an Oscar for Best Friend Betrayal, Taylor Swift might be eyeing that trophy for her complicated relationship with Selena. For years, Taylor was Selena's #1 fan, cheering her on through thick and thin. But the cracks began showing when Selena's dating habits started overshadowing everything else. Taylor, known for her very public love affairs, had her own struggle with men. But Selena seemed to have an endless string of on-again, off-again relationships that made Taylor cringe. A couple of famous exes later, Selena's love life started taking center stage, and Taylor, who prides herself on keeping things a bit more private, might have felt a bit pushed to the sidelines. To make matters worse, when Selena went through her breakup with Justin Bieber, it was clear that it wasn't just about love. It became about Taylor's desire for stability, not the constant media frenzy. Friends or not, it's clear that Taylor isn't the biggest fan of Selena's drama-filled lifestyle. Ariana Grande's quiet hatred for Selena's success. Ariana Grande and Selena Gomez share a lot in common. Both are talented singers, both are former Disney stars, and both have massive fan bases. But you wouldn't know it from the way Ariana has acted when Selena's name comes up. Behind the scenes, rumors have been circulating that Ariana has always felt a certain level of competition with Selena. Whether it's Selena's chart-topping hits or her ability to captivate audiences, Ariana has made it clear she's not a fan of Selena's dominance in certain areas. During interviews, Ariana has often been cold or dismissive when talking about Selena's work, and it's not hard to notice the subtle eye rolls when the topic is brought up. Of course, they've always maintained a friendly public front, but you can tell that when the cameras are off, things get a bit frosty. After all, in Hollywood, only one queen can reign, right? Kylie Jenner's secret rivalry with Selena Gomez Kylie Jenner is no stranger to drama, and her rivalry with Selena Gomez is one for the books. It all started when Selena made a comment about Instagram models and the pressure social media places on young women. And guess who was apparently the target? That's right. Kylie, whose entire empire is built on Instagram, didn't take kindly to Selena's statements. The tension between them grew when Kylie started flaunting her glamorous lifestyle and seemingly one-upping Selena in every way. They've even been rumored to have a few petty social media standoffs, with Kylie's followers throwing jabs at Selena in the comment sections. Selena, known for her more wholesome image, and Kylie, who's all about the glam and luxury, have been at odds for years. Whether it's jealousy or just personal differences, it's clear that these two aren't exactly sending each other birthday gifts. Demi Lovato's unspoken hatred for Selena Gomez. The story of Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez is complicated. They were once inseparable best friends, but now, not so much. Their falling out wasn't explosive, but it's been said that Demi feels a lot of resentment towards Selena for overshadowing her own struggles and constantly being in the public eye. Demi has fought for her own mental health and sobriety, but Selena's unrelenting media presence, often focusing on her personal life and relationships, may have rubbed Demi the wrong way. There are whispers that Demi feels Selena is more concerned with her image and career than the deeper issues both of them face. It's also rumored that Demi feels like Selena has stolen her spotlight on more than one occasion, especially when it comes to their shared experience as Disney Channel stars. When they do interact, it's always awkward, with Demi barely acknowledging Selena's existence. The friendship seems to be beyond repair. Bella Hadid's not-so-secret dislike of Selena Gomez Bella Hadid has made it clear that she doesn't have much time for Selena Gomez. And honestly, it all boils down to one thing: ex-boyfriend drama. You see, Bella and Selena have both been linked to The Weeknd, but their relationships with him couldn't have been more different. While Selena and The Weeknd were casually dating, Bella had a much more serious history with him. It didn't sit well with Bella when Selena entered the picture, and according to sources, Bella started making her displeasure known through passive-aggressive social media posts and public snubs. Their interactions, even in group settings, are awkward, with Bella rarely making eye contact with Selena. And while neither of them has ever outright said anything negative, it's pretty clear that the tension exists. It's the kind of drama that doesn't need words. You can just feel it. Camila Cabello's coldness towards Selena Gomez Camila Cabello might smile for the cameras, but behind closed doors, she's not as sweet on Selena as one might think. It all started when Camila and Selena were both working on music in the same circles, and let's just say, things got competitive. With both of them rising stars in the pop world, Camila reportedly resented how easily Selena seemed to be able to win over fans with her Disney princess charm, while Camila had to work hard to establish her own solo career. They've been caught in a number of icy interactions over the years, and when Selena released her album Rare, some fans couldn't help but wonder if Camila's music was, in some way, a direct response to Selena's success. The coldness between them has been palpable, with even casual greetings feeling like forced pleasantries. It's clear that Camila doesn't really appreciate Selena's place in the music industry. Nicki Minaj can't stand Selena. Nicki Minaj and Selena Gomez are two very different kinds of women, and their rivalry stems from a fundamental clash in personality. Selena, the sweet, relatable pop star, and Nicki, the bold, unapologetic rapper, just don't seem to vibe. Nicki has publicly called out what she perceives as Selena's safe image, implying that Selena's pop career was built on playing it safe and catering to mainstream sensibilities. On the other hand, Nicki's career has always been about pushing boundaries and being unapologetically controversial. Some say Nicki feels like Selena is too nice and isn't edgy enough to compete with someone like her in the music world. There's been enough shade thrown in interviews and on social media to know these two don't quite get along. Selena, the darling of pop, has never quite sat well with the larger-than-life persona that Nicki Minaj exudes. Meghan Trainor's hidden grudge against Selena Gomez. Meghan Trainor's dislike for Selena Gomez isn't exactly public, but it's been bubbling under the surface for years. The two were once on the same musical level, both dominating the pop charts. But when Selena's success skyrocketed, it seemed to overshadow Meghan's more niche fan base. Meghan has even made pointed comments about Selena's style, claiming that her own music is more innovative and more fun. Selena, with her whole girl-next-door persona, rubbed Meghan the wrong way, as she feels that Selena's squeaky clean image has always been a mask to hide a lack of real talent. Meghan, a force in her own right, has said she believes the public's adoration of Selena is due more to her image and less to her musical contributions. And that's left Meghan bitter about how things turned out for both of them.
At number 10 is the kidney transplant. After becoming aware that she was a match for Selena's kidney transplant, Francia revealed that she didn't even think twice before saying yes to going through with the donation. However, she did admit that she felt a moment of hesitation after Gomez revealed that they were a match via a surprise phone call, unsurprisingly. Her social worker had made her aware of the fact that the process of donation would be a difficult and emotional process, no matter how committed and happy she was to do it. Although the recipient of the organ would be, quote, glowing and recover a whole lot quicker since she'd be receiving something she needs, the donor would be losing something she needs, and thus it would take a long time to begin feeling better after it. Francia went on to say in an interview with Self that she did feel a lot of peace throughout the whole thing, but did feel incredibly panicked. Although she felt anxious about going through with it, she knew it would happen, and just needed to take her time in telling Selena that she'd made the decision to be her donor. At number 9 is when Selena said that Taylor Swift was her only friend. Shortly after the kidney transplant, Selena gave an interview with Rolling Stone in 2022. In this interview, she went on to say that she'd always felt like an outsider in the industry and that Taylor Swift was really the only person she considered a friend and only person she felt in any way close to in Hollywood. Francia took offense to this, to which honestly I would find to be a real making a mountain out of a molehill type situation. However, Francia literally gave Selena a kidney just 4 years prior to this, so how could she have forgotten about her? The two also go way back as they're both former child stars and thus have been working closely with each other since day one. So surely Francia should be another person Selena would feel close to in the industry. At number 8 is the Instagram comment. After the release of the Rolling Stone article, Francia made her irritation towards the aforementioned quote known, with a comment on a social media post talking about Gomez's interview that read simply, "Interesting." Selena later defended herself via a TikTok video, writing in the caption, "Sorry I didn't mention every person I know," which I think is fair on her part due to the nature of the interview. She was probably talking about a specific group of Hollywood gals that Francia was just not a part of, and thus Selena didn't think to mention her. It does seem like a huge slip up to not mention the woman who donated her kidney to you, but there was obviously no malice meant by Gomez, and besides, it was probably hyperbole to say Swift was the only person she felt close to in the first place. She has tons of friends in Hollywood, and this was all just a way to make a point that most people in the industry aren't as nice as you think. At number 7 is Francia's Instagram unfollow. Although Selena clearly did not leave out Francia's name from the interview on purpose, it still obviously did not rub Francia the right way. Shortly after the interview went live and Francia commented on it, she unfollowed Selena on Instagram and didn't follow her back for quite a long time. At number 6 is the birthday snub. Selena Gomez attempted to extend an olive branch to Francia on the actress's 35th birthday on social media, wishing her well and posting what appears to be a collection of old photos of them that depicted the ladies posing in front of a wall with red roses, a picture of them in front of a white wall, and a snap wearing matching outfits along with the caption, "Happiest of birthdays to this special human being. No matter where life takes us, I love you," alongside adding her social media handle at Francia Reza. Fans have coined this as noteworthy as it comes as a shock for Selena to act so kind toward Francia given their recent falling out. Fans wondered if this post would do any damage control in patching up their relationship, but Francia didn't respond to Selena's post for quite a while, and probably not because she didn't see it. The Secret Life of an American Teenager star shared an Instagram post with a bunch of pictures of her dressed in a two-piece string bikini in front of a happy birthday balloon banner with the caption, "If I'm not in a bikini on my birthday, then it's not my birthday," so she'd definitely been on the app by then. However, just a few weeks ago, fans realized that Francia did quietly react to the post by following her back on Instagram. At her halfway point is when Selena's fans were reportedly bullying Francia. Back in May of this year, Francia Reza claimed that one of Selena Gomez's fans threatened to quote, "rip out her other kidney," after she posted the aforementioned comment and subsequently unfollowed the two-time Grammy nominee, as she allegedly was not feeling appreciated enough by her in the past year. She went on to say that the comments she'd received after the feud surfaced were incredibly violent and disgusting, calling her names and threatening to hurt her. Francia added that Selena would never condone that sort of language being used against her, or bullying of any sort. However, the remarks Francia was receiving are far worse than what I would consider to be simple bullying. Francia continued by saying that she was doing her best to not listen to what people were saying, and that she was just trying to enjoy her life, adding that she had been a hardcore fan of celebrities before and understands what that mindset can make people say, but that no one deserves to be spoken to the way that she had. At number 4 is when Francia was dodging questions. It's clear to see why Francia may not want to speak on the subject of her feud with her longtime friend, especially considering the subject matter attached to it. However, many saw in the interview she was bombarded into as shade to Selena. Francia was minding her own business, walking her dog in Studio City back in May, when a paparazzi stopped and began asking questions relating to the current state of her friendship with Selena, specifically why she no longer followed her friend on social media. During the impromptu interview, she did everything she could to avoid saying the singer's name, and even more so anything on the matter of what their relationship was like. Instead, she changed the subject, smirking coyly, and began talking about the weather, how Sundays are great because they're a day of rest, her thoughts on avocado trees, the Lakers game, the snow that was in Los Angeles just a week prior, and how wonderful a day it was, saying, quote, that it's so pretty out. The paparazzi subsequently questioned her decision to dodge all of his questions, to which Francia replied, "I'm really good at this game. I've gotten better at it." Now, I guess we'll never know if she did this because the friendship she had with Selena was truly on the rocks, or if she was just sick of people pretending that it was. My guess is the latter, but I digress. The paparazzi went on to ask her a super inappropriate and personal question of if she regretted donating one of her kidneys to Gomez, to which she avoided the inquiry again, stating that she would definitely speak about the organ donation process and how she felt about doing it again, as she had already done plenty of times before. She went on to talk about a situation where she was at the movies with her friend Lily, and someone came up to her saying that they were a friend of an interviewer she spoke 2 years ago about kidney donation, and that they were very grateful. She finished this interview by saying that it's moments such as that make it all worth it for her. At number 3 is the fact that Selena made no mention of Francia in her Apple TV show. What many viewed as adding fuel to the fire, Selena didn't comment on her friendship with Francia whatsoever in her 2022 documentary entitled My Mind and Me, in which she spoke candidly about her mental and physical health, which many thought since she included her journey with the autoimmune disease lupus and the need for a kidney transplant. However, this wasn't the only Apple TV show Selena has partaken in. In March of this year, Gomez made an appearance in an episode of a new documentary series entitled Dear, a show dedicated for people to tell their hard and unique stories, and within the episode, Gomez revealed that she will, quote, forever be in debt to Reza, and referred to her as her best friend. During the episode, Gomez also said, quote, my best friend's name is Francia, and after finding out about my life-threatening health issues due to complications from lupus, she said, no, I'm absolutely gonna get tested, and within 3 days, she went to get tested. tested, and she was a match. And it was one of those moments where I felt watched over, and I knew it was so lucky. She continued saying, I understand that that doesn't happen for a lot of people, and I know the outcome of some of those situations and how serious they are, so I did not take it lightly that it happened to me that way. It's obvious that even though Selena mistakenly left out Francia's name in that Rolling Stone interview, she is actively trying to make reparations. Our runner-up is when Francia didn't wish Selena a happy birthday. During Selena's 31st star-studded birthday bash in July of this year, which featured a private screening of the Barbie movie, it seemed that Francia was not in attendance. This was jarring since she was at Selena's 30th birthday last year, so many fans and drama spectators took this to mean that the friends were still on the rocks, especially since who would give up the opportunity of watching the Barbie movie with Paris Hilton? But no one knows if this was a case of a lack of invitation or if Francia didn't RSVP. As well, unlike Selena, Francia went without posting a birthday post to Instagram for Selena. And at number 1 is Francia's deleted Instagram post. After the two ladies went public with the fact that Francia had donated her kidney, Francia took to Instagram to post a picture thanking God that she was given the opportunity to be a part of Selena's healing process. She went on to share her love for Selena and to say that she's glad that they're on the journey together, alongside a picture of the two in side-by-side hospital beds. Francia decided to delete this post alongside anything else that included Selena, seemingly wiping her digital footprint clean of the friendship. And that brings us to the end of the top times Francia, Reza, and Selena Gomez shaded each other. There honestly doesn't seem to be a whole lot of public information about Selena and Francia's relationship. All we know is that Francia was rightfully upset about Selena forgetting to mention her as a friend in that Rolling Stone interview, but has since attempted to make it up to her multiple times. However, it seems the ladies have made amends with their new mutual following on social media and friend dates. They're probably doing just fine.
I'm sure every extrovert has encountered this hell, having two friends you adore, but you can never ever have them in a room together. For that reason, planning my birthday party is a smidge stressful every year, and knock on wood, I thankfully haven't had anything too wild to happen yet, but we're not here to talk about my social life. That's not newsworthy. Time to chat about Taylor Swift, because y'all can't get enough of this fabulous pop star. I'd like to start this timeline back in 2016 when Selena Gomez hit the red carpet for the VMAs and mentioned in an interview with Elle.com that, she wishes Blake Lively was her friend, but she's not my friend. I've never met her, but I just love her hair. I think she's got beautiful, effortless hair. I think she's super beachy. Now, if the hair comments seem a little weird, don't worry, it's probably just because Selena was a spokesperson for Pantene at the time, and since this was a beauty-based interview, she wanted to stay on brand. But also Blake Lively does have really great hair, so I don't blame her. So, flash forward to last December, Taylor's 24th birthday bash in New York City. So, night before, we gotta backtrack a little bit, it was December 12th, Taylor skipped the Time Person of the Year gala for dinner at Zero Bond with Selena and also with her friend Kylie and her actor husband Miles Teller. Fun! Great, love to see a dinner. And then we get to the 13th. The Grammy winner arrives with Blake Lively to the famed Nolita restaurant Freeman's. They exited their blacked out Suburban and were instantly serenaded with Happy Birthday by paparazzi, according to a video circulating on social media. Super funny, love it, happy birthday. But who notably missed the big party? You guessed it, Selena Gomez. We had Miles, we had his wife, no Selena. Instead, the former Disney star shared a birthday message on Instagram alongside a photo of Taylor kissing her on the cheek. She captioned it with, "Happy birthday to the goddess that is Taylor Swift. I love you." But there was no mention as to why she couldn't make it to her best friend's birthday party. Yes, maybe she had scheduling commitments, but I don't know. I'm sensing some red flags here. I guess that's why the two had dinner the night before, but the other two that went to dinner made it to the party. So it's only adding to my evidence pile today. For reference, let's go back to the timeline again. Selena and Taylor were besties by the time Blake entered the scene in 2015, having first struck up a friendship in 2008. Having a 7-year lead in a friendship should mean something if you're truly that close. So, after all that bouncing around with my little time machine, that brings us to this year. A fan account tweeted a picture of Taylor at the Super Bowl with Blake, Ice Spice, and a bunch of her other friends. Selena left a little comment in the photo and it sparked a mix of reactions, with a lot of folks saying she's jealous. And also she's jealous of the friend she's at with the Super Bowl. And of course, she's jealous of Taylor's boyfriend. What was the comment that got all this hubbub? Selena left a red heart and a crying emoji as her only commentary. Yeah. Pretty cryptic. Some folks wanted to think the best, saying that Selena, who has called Taylor her only friend in the industry, was just expressing her feelings and missing Taylor. And who hasn't left sobbing comments on an Insta before in response to missing a friend? That's pretty normal amongst my friend group. I do it all the time to friends that I haven't seen in months because scheduling as a grown-up. And finally, here's the reason for my speculation today. Selena Gomez and Blake Lively have never been spotted together as a group. So a source spilled to dailymail.com that Blake and Selena aren't the same type of person, and also they serve different purposes as friends in Taylor's life. Hey, on first glance, once again, I see no issue there. I have different relationships with a lot of my friends. Some folks I trauma dump with, others I send all my weird thoughts to, some are just work friends, others are performing friends. I should stop before I get sidetracked, but you get my point, right? You can relate? So how does this situation differ? Well, the source revealed that there is bad blood between Blake and Selena, which is why they would like to spend time with the pop icon separately, never together. We're gonna do it over here, do it over here, we're never gonna mix. The quote says, "This is the reason neither of them are ever with Taylor at the same time and are constantly avoiding run-ins with each other." The source told the outlet that Selena and Taylor were seen plenty of times at the Golden Globes, last year's annual 4th of July party that Taylor threw at her Rhode Island home, but not together. Blake, on the other hand, was spotted with Taylor at 3 football games when the singer went to support her boyfriend, and the actress and the pop star have often been seen going out together to dinner in New York City. Another source revealed, like, for a good hangout and a good party, you know who to invite and who not to invite. Taylor knows not to mix Blake and Selena in the same room, and that it must be 2 separate nights. For example, Blake enjoys the perks of being a celebrity. She loves to have fun, and if there's something fun going down, Taylor wants to be a part of it, and it's contagious. This is something that everybody, including Taylor, loves about Blake. She knows that no matter what, she's gonna have a good time and a lot of laughs when she's out with Blake. Whereas Selena just plays a different role in Taylor's life. It's as simple as that. Now, DailyMail.com has tallied up dozens of occasions, including all of Taylor's birthday bashes, her 4th of July parties, and her New Year's Eve celebrations, and found Selena and Blake have never attended together. You don't believe me? Let's revisit some more stuff from this year. Go back to January 7th. Selena and Taylor both attended the Golden Globes along with Kylie and partied late into the night. But no Blake. 3 days later, Taylor went out to dinner in New York City with Kylie, Zoe, and Blake. And Selena, who was still in New York City, not in attendance. Selena and Blake don't appear to have ever been photographed together at events, including the Met Gala and numerous ceremonies. We're talking the Golden Globes once again, but also like the Emmys, SAG Awards, you name it. Apparently they were both in attendance at Saturday Night Live on November 14th of 2021, when Taylor was the guest host and debuted the remake of her song All Too Well, her version, but there's no pictures of them mingling. Prior to the show, Taylor shared a TikTok from her dressing room with Selena, who obviously watched the performance from backstage, and Blake was there, but she was in the audience with her husband. So, why has this never been brought up till now? Well, Blake is closer to the A-list girls, it seems, than Selena is, according to this source. Selena just does her own thing, because she's a huge star in her own right. Look, nobody's gonna question Taylor's friendships. She has so many beautiful and famous friends around her that, well, she's just out to have fun. Also, she's got enough pictures with the 2 of them on their own that, like, nobody's ever put 2 and 2 together and made 4 before. It's just the way it is and the way it has always been.
2024 Golden Globes was full of drama, and a lot of it came down to these little moments between celebrities that were all caught on camera. Taylor Swift was seen wrapped up in an intense gossip session with Selena Gomez and Kaylee Sperry after being roasted by the host Joe Coy, who fans are now referring to as the worst host in history. So the 3 women were seen huddled close together while whispering to each other from their seats. Since that clip went viral, lip readers have wasted no time, and they think that Selena was telling Taylor something about Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, specifically saying, "I asked for a picture with him and she said no." So people think that Selena approached Timothée to try to get a picture with him, but was then shut down by Kylie Jenner, who denied this request. Naturally, this has caused fans to look for all drama between Selena and Kylie, even though things seem fine between them right now. But as a reminder, back in 2023, fans were convinced that Kylie had somehow insulted Selena after posting a photo of her eyebrows, and then Kylie hopped into the comments section of a TikTok to say, "This is reaching, no shades towards Selena ever, and I didn't see her eyebrows post. You guys are making something out of nothing. This is silly." Although clearly she did not appreciate being dragged into the mix like that, and maybe she is still holding a grudge. But we'll get more into that a little bit later. After the event, Selena then hopped online to call BS on the idea that she has beef with Kylie and Timothée. She eventually revealed what her chat with Taylor Swift was really about. So on Instagram, she wrote, "No, I just told Taylor about 2 of my friends who hooked up. Not that that's anyone's business." So it's kind of sad that she had to tell the world exactly what she was saying, since so many people jumped to conclusions about the conversation. Of course, lip readers have once again insisted that Timothy's name was brought up, so we'll never really know what was actually said. In the beginning of last year, Kylie and Hailey Bieber found themselves in hot water for seemingly dissing Selena Gomez. The 2 of them received immense online backlash when Kylie posted a screenshot from a FaceTime call that she had with Hailey. She shared Instagram videos and pictures of her eyebrows and said that she had accidentally laminated her eyebrows too much. Some fans took this as an attempt to mock Selena, who had also made a post saying that she had laminated her eyebrows too much, all in an attempt to emulate Bella Hadid. She also said that she wished she was as pretty as the model. TikTok users then started accusing Kylie and Hailey of making fun of Selena with their post. Several fans felt that they were being mean girls and trying to bully her. One user wrote, "Kylie and Hailey are giving high school vibes." And for those saying it was an accidental selfie posted, come on, the billionaire marketer doesn't accidentally post anything. Some people also also suggested that Kylie was throwing shade because at the time Selena was close to having more followers than her on Instagram, and in fact now that has already happened. But the reality star has since set the record straight on that possible feud. She called the rumors silly in her own TikTok comment, and she wrote, "Guys, this is reaching. No shade towards Selena ever, and I didn't see her eyebrows post. Once again, you guys are making something out of nothing." In response, Selena just wrote, "Agreed, it's all unnecessary. I'm a fan of Kylie." But that was not enough to stop fans speculating, and the drama just got worse from there. So last October, a TikTok user named Susanna posted a video talking about a trip to Dubai that Selena took with Gigi Hadid and Kendall Jenner back in 2014, all to celebrate the new year. But apparently it was all planned with bad intentions. The theory is that Gigi and Kendall took Selena to Dubai that year just so that Hailey could spend more time with Justin, which she did. At that point, Selena and Justin were on a break, so there was probably some kind of a rift between them. Susanna talked about this on her TikTok and made the caption, "Hailey's friends taking Selena on a trip to Dubai for New Year's Eve so she could spend time with Justin Bieber. Selena has always deserved better." Now this would only be just another internet theory, except for the fact that Kylie Jenner herself actually favorited that video. As proof, Susanna shared a screenshot of the notification and posted the 3 screen recorded videos showing the date and time that she took the screenshot. So now people think that the rumors are true. If there was some kind of secret plan to keep Selena away from Justin, that would be pretty messed up, but it does make a certain kind of sense. If you don't know, Hailey has been a longtime friend of the Kardashian family, and the group was also friends with the Hadid sisters at that time. So whatever really happened on that Dubai trip, it obviously worked, since we know who ended up getting married to Justin Bieber. As we know, the reality star was involved in the infamous drama between Hailey and Selena last year. Kylie did her best to deny that she was shading Selena, but once that post made its way around social media, there was no stopping this certain narrative from forming. And things only got worse when Selena responded to the drama and hit back online. She commented on a series of TikToks calling out Hailey and Kylie for their mean girl behavior. In the fallout from the scandal, Hailey lost more than 1 million followers on social media, around 900,000 followers on Instagram, and more than 350,000 on TikTok. Kylie also lost 1 million followers on Instagram, but the opposite seemed to happen to Selena. In fact, she ended up gaining 10 million followers on Instagram and went on to reclaim the throne as the most followed woman on the platform. As for Hailey, she debunked rumors of a feud on the Call Her Daddy podcast. She went on and told listeners that the two of them have only respect and love for each other, and she also hit back at the long-running theory that Justin Bieber cheated on Selena in order to be with her. When she reconciled with Justin in June of 2018, Hailey insisted that he and Selena were not in a relationship. She said, "As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and be thinking in the back of my mind, I wonder if that door is really closed. I know for a fact that the reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much completely closed." She went on to say, "It was the right thing for them to close that door. It closed a chapter, but I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on." She said that a lot of the hate that she gets comes from the perception that she stole Justin, but Hailey insisted that the only people who really know the truth of the situation and what the timeline was are of course her and Justin. To this day though, the exact timeline is still debated, considering that many fans think Justin and Selena were actually in a relationship when they got back together in 2018, but of course only they really know the truth. The younger Jenner sister has been caught in many controversies over the years, and many of which would have given Selena quite a shock. For one thing, she was caught lying about being a billionaire. In March of 2019, Forbes referred to Kylie Jenner as a billionaire and referred to the then 21-year-old as the youngest self-made billionaire ever. This was supposedly a huge achievement for the family, until it wasn't. Another article by Forbes, this one published in May of 2020, claimed that Kylie was never a billionaire at all, and that she and Chris have been inflating her business's earnings for years. Quote, "More likely, the business was never that big to begin with, and the Jenners have lied about it every year since 2016, including having their accountant draft tax returns with false numbers to help juice Forbes' estimates of Kylie's earnings and net worth." The staff at Forbes said, "While we can't prove that those documents were fake, it's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. What is more than that, the Jenners initially declined to answer their questions about the issue, and Kylie denied the whole thing in a series of tweets slamming the outlet. Then there was the vintage t-shirt designs. In June of 2017, Kendall and Kylie Jenner became the center of controversy when they launched a new line of rap versus rock fashion tees as a part of their Kendall plus Kylie collection. The shirts used images of their favorite musicians like Metallica, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd, with their own faces superimposed over them. Two of the more talked about t-shirts t-shirts featured the faces of the late Tupac and Notorious Big, and it was so bad that even Biggie's mom got involved. She called the concept disgusting and disrespectful, along with sending a cease and desist letter that came from his estate. The sisters were immediately reprimanded online for lack of sensitivity and tact. They later posted an apology saying, "These designs were not well thought out and we deeply apologize to anyone that has been upset or offended, especially to the families of the artists." They went on to say, "We are huge fans of their music and it was not our intention to disrespect these cultural icons in any way. The t-shirts have been pulled from retail and all images have been removed. We will use this as an opportunity to learn from these mistakes, and again, we are very sorry." Now we have to mention the lip filler scandal, because this is something that Selena would have been dead against. As we know, Kylie came under fire as a teenager for getting lip injections to enhance her pout. For years, she denied this fact and simply said that she was overlining her lips with makeup in order to achieve this effect. She eventually capitalized on the speculation and released a product called Kylie Lip Kit, where she assured fans that they could get similar results. But that didn't stop people from noticing the drastic changes to her appearance in the more than 10 years since the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired in 2007. After years of denying that she had lip filler, she eventually came clean about that particular cosmetic touch-up. During a 2015 episode of the show, Kylie admits, quote, "I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine and it's what I wanted to do." But it is a little bit sad when you look at the reason why she got it done. She said, "I was 15 and I was insecure about my lips. I have really small lips. And it was like one of my first kisses, and a guy said, 'I didn't think you would be a good kisser because you have such small lips.'" Kylie also admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point before her sisters pointed it out and said, "Kylie, you need to chill." They were definitely right to let her know that it was all becoming a bit too much.
At number 10, we have when she defended Madison Beer. So we all know about the Hailey and Selena drama. Well, Selena actually had to defend singer and influencer Madison Beer after she was attacked by fans for having dinner with Hailey Bieber. Back in 2020, Madison was spotted with Hailey, who we all know is married to Selena's long-term ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber. The two were spotted at Craig's, which is an iconic spot in LA. This doesn't seem like a big deal, but Selena was actually at the exact same restaurant at the exact same time, celebrating the release of her new album, Rare. Many fans thought this was intentional, which made them take their opinions and angers out on Madison through her Instagram comments. In fact, Madison's entire comment section was filled with snake emojis. Things got so out of hand that Madison even responded to all the people coming at her. She told everyone how she was just having dinner with her friend of 10 years, Hailey, and how all these rumors are insane. She also followed by expressing her love for Selena and how she would never do anything to upset her, and insisted this whole thing was a coincidence and how Selena fans were just attacking and bullying for no reason. Selena was even made aware of the situation and actually stood up for Madison and addressed the hate by stating how she read all the hateful comments and this whole situation was not intentional. Selena made it clear she was disappointed in those who were attacking Madison. Gomez even said she knew Madison from when she was just a little baby and continued to watch her grow into the woman she is today. And she finished by saying there is no issues. I'm so happy Selena stuck up for Madison, especially because things were blown out of proportion. It is always easy to quickly judge a situation, but we always have to remember we don't actually know these people and it's all speculation we are basing it upon. For number 9, we have Selena calling out people who are body shaming her. Selena revealed back in 2015 she had to go through chemotherapy after she was diagnosed with lupus, and she even had to undergo surgery in order to receive a kidney transplant that was donated by her good friend. Since then, people have been non-stop commenting on Selena's appearance, as many have fat shamed her. Most of these people are comparing what she looked like now to what she used to look like over 10 years ago, and using photos of her when she was a teenager. It definitely is rough because she grew up in the showbiz industry, and because of her success, people like to pick at everything about her. Selena actually released a documentary back in 2022 where she opened up about her struggles and allowed the world to see the part of her where she was very vulnerable. Selena has also mentioned how the medication she takes for her lupus causes her to gain weight, and it's sad that she needs to defend and provide reasons to the public on why she may be gaining weight. Not only did Selena have to provide reasons on her weight gain, but things got so bad after she was pictured wearing a bikini back in 2018, she further had to take it to TikTok to address it once again, but this time on a live stream. She looked visibly upset when addressing the situation and claimed she's not a model and never will be. Selena also discussed her medication causes water retention, which means her body will hold on to more water, causing weight gain. I can't even count using my fingers on my hand how many times Selena had to explain her weight gain. It is so unfair for her, and I can't even imagine having the whole world body shaming me. She ended her live stream by apologizing for those who are facing similar experiences when it comes to shaming like she is, and continues by saying, "Everyone is beautiful." I hope Selena receives all the support she needs, as it isn't easy to hear these comments about you all the time. For our number 8 spot, we have the most recent one, which is when Selena Gomez became a meme for her facial expressions during the VMAs. During this week's award show, fans couldn't help but notice a shift in Selena's expressions when they were announcing the nominees for Best R&B. Well, when Chloe Bailey's song How Does It Feel, featuring the controversial artist Chris Brown, was announced, Selena's face turned visibly sour before resuming to her happy clapping for the following nominations. Ever since then, Selena has become a meme all over the internet as these photos began to trend. A post that was shared by iHeartRadio AU's Instagram showcased the exact moment Selena's facial expression shifted, implying the subtle shade the singer threw at Chris Brown. And if you don't know, Chris Brown has been a controversial figure in the media for quite some time, as many people are aware of his criminal past and publicly known jail sentences he had to serve due to the actions he committed on his ex-girlfriend Rihanna. Selena actually commented under this post and wrote, "Who cares?" She then had to take it to her Instagram story to further address all the commotion this was causing, and she wrote, "I will never be a meme again. I'd rather sit still than be dragged for being myself. Much love." But wait, after the show aired, Chris Brown himself also took things to his Instagram story to address all the discussion surrounding the situation. He wrote, "Let me mind my business" on his story. In our 7th spot, we have the infamous Selena vs. Hailey internet drama. Well, Selena dated singer Justin Bieber off and on since they were first spotted holding hands in 2010. Since the two split, there has been ongoing speculation on what happened between them. Especially because Hailey is now married to Justin, many fans continue to wonder about the past, as there are many narratives and rumors circulating the internet. There is way too much speculation on the situation, but one thing was for sure, and that was Selena had enough of the hate fans from both sides were spreading. On March 24th of this year, Selena took it to her Instagram story because at that point this situation was not calming down. She wrote, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying. I've always advocated for kindness and really want this to all stop." In our 6th spot, we have invasion of privacy. Although celebrities are in the public eye, that does not mean you automatically know them and can follow them home. In fact, one person in particular trespassed and continued to invade Selena's privacy, so much so that he was ordered by the court to keep a 200-yard distance away from her after seeking treatment. She actually was so fearful of the stalker breaking into her home located in a gated community, she felt like she had no other choice but to sell it. I feel so sorry for her because everyone deserves the right to their own privacy, especially with their own home, and it isn't fair for Selena to have to pack her bags and move because someone made her feel unsafe in her own home. The history with this situation explains how she acted towards the paparazzi. Back in 2018, Selena was filmed exiting Starbucks, followed by being bombarded with questions about her ex Justin, as they have just been on a 1-month break. The paparazzi asked if Justin was like a little brother to her, which she replied by saying, "Do you guys mind if I have the rest of the day? You're kind of scaring me," which the paparazzi continued to speak, saying, "Okay, well there's other guys here, it's competitive." Selena replied in a quiet voice with, "Okay, I'm sorry." Celebrities are just as much human as you and I'm sure it wouldn't be fun having paparazzi follow you everywhere, including just getting coffee. In our 5th spot, we have the Call Her Daddy incident back in 2022. Hailey Bieber went onto the popular podcast Call Her Daddy, and she spoke about the rumors circulating about Baldwin stealing Bieber from Gomez, and since the two got married, Hailey's been receiving even more hate. She stated in the podcast, "I respect her. There's no drama personally. That's why I'm like, it's all respect, it's all love. That's also why I feel like if everybody on our side knows what happened and we're good and we could walk away from it with clarity and respect, then like that's fine." Hailey also addressed how she understands how it can appear that way to the public, however she knows the full truth. Selena then came on to speak on a video stating, "All I have to say is it's incredibly ironic that I would release something that is all about kind words, cause that's exactly what I want." She continued referencing her beauty line and stated, "If you support Rare, I cannot thank you enough, but know that you are also representing what it means, and that is words matter. And in our 4th spot, we have Selena supporting Bella Hadid. That's right, famous model and sister of Gigi Hadid was once upon a time dating The Weeknd, who Selena allegedly dated after Bella. The reason why the fans thought there were ongoing issues surrounding this is because Selena has been known to be one of Gigi's close friends, and many fans didn't agree with the relationship with The Weeknd. Well, once The Weeknd was spotted going out with Selena after his and Bella's on and off relationship, Bella unfollowed Selena on Instagram, which caused Selena to unfollow her back. Well, Selena did end up following her once again and even commented "stunning" on the model's photo. Well, Bella took down the photo completely, and many began speculating it was because of Selena's comment. Well, Selena commented under a fan account that posted the Bella incident, and she wrote, "That sucks." However, there has been a past with celebrities being pinned against each other for no reason, as the internet speculates. Also, Bella could have deleted that photo for a million different reasons, so what do you think about the situation? In our 3rd spot, we have Selena defending her best friend Taylor Swift. There has been a countless amount of times Selena has done this, which really shows she's got her friends back. Well, let's start off with the infamous Kanye West drama that happened back in 2009 during the VMAs. Well, if you don't know what happened back then, Taylor won an award and Kanye interrupted her on stage as she begins to accept the award, as he continues to say Taylor was not deserving of it and it belonged to Beyonce, and ever since then, it hasn't been looking too good between them. In fact, I think it got worse. Well, Kanye used a derogatory term to describe Taylor in one of his songs, which Selena responded with, "Taylor's killing it, and she kind of always has been." Selena even defended Taylor during this whole Hailey versus Selena situation when an old surfaced video of Hailey visibly pretends to gag when Taylor's name is brought up. Well, Selena saw this video on TikTok and decided to leave a comment saying, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." It's clear Selena cares a lot about her friends and will continue to use her platform to support them publicly. In our 2nd spot, we have when Selena released the song "Lose You to Love Me." When the song was first released in 2020, many fans speculated the song was about Justin Bieber because of the lyrics hinting towards what happened, especially in the line, "In 2 months they replaced us, like it was easy, made me think I deserved it." Well, after the release of the song, Hailey posted a screenshot of her listening to Summer Walker's song "I'll Kill You" on Instagram, and these lyrics included, "You don't want no problems, I wish would, trying to come between us and won't end up good, you know I love you like no one else could." And fans were quick to speculate this was about Selena due to her new song. Well, she must have saw rumors speculating as she took it to Instagram Live and said, "I am grateful for the response that the song is getting. I am so grateful. However, I do not stand for women tearing other women down, and I will never ever. So please, be kind to everyone. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If you're my fans, don't be rude to anybody, please." She then added, "Don't go off and say things that you just feel in the moment. Please, just please for me, know that that's not my heart." And for our number 1 spot, we have to thank her fans, of course. Not everything Selena has called on has to be negative. In fact, she often expresses her gratitude towards her fans as she has had multiple interactions with them. She even gets emotional when talking about the support she receives, especially throughout her whole career. Selena's always had a very strong and dedicated fan base that proved that they would do anything to protect her, and many fans thank Selena for helping them find the beauty within themselves through her music with songs like "Who Says" and of course her Rare Beauty line that has received a huge amount of support for the message behind the brand. Well, there isn't a specific time she thanks her fans, as those are endless, but an honorable mention was an interview she did back in 2020 where she began to tear up while she explains why she loves her fans. She doesn't love them because they love her, but rather because they all have been in this entire journey with her through it all. As Selena continues to preach and spread the words of kindness, she hopes for everyone to do the same. I'm glad Selena has stuck up for herself as well as was the voice for her friends experiencing the same thing.